Hi everyone! As a lawyer, I'm trained to stay calm and rational. It's just part of my profession. But yesterday, I came across a video on TikTok that made my eyes roll up.
I'm a little bit emotional right now because I just look at Xiaohongshu and there is a letter back to Li Hua. So in Xiaohongshu, you will see a lot of people saying that finally we got the letter back to Li Hua. You might be curious what that means. I'll just read this explanation to you. Basically, every Chinese youth has experienced a similar English exam during their school years. The last question of the exam is always to write a letter to a foreign friend in the name of Lihua. The content of the letter varies, such as invitation letters, suggestion letters, introduction letters, and so on. In other words, we have all played the role of Lihua and communicated with foreign friends through letters. However, it's a pity that the exam ends here. We actually know that Li Hua's letters are unlikely to receive replies from foreign friends. It's just a part of the exam. But recently, with the arrival of friends from all over the world, we sincerely feel that the letter we wrote as Li Hua have finally received responses.
This video really touched me. Let me share a bit about my personal journey as an overseas Chinese living in Europe. I hope that'll help you understand why this video resonated so deeply with me. I was born and raised in China. When I was 20 years old, I was fortunate to have the opportunity to come to the Netherlands as an international student. I began my studies at Leiden University, where I learned Dutch. Later, I studied Dutch law and eventually became a practicing lawyer in the Netherlands. Now I've lived roughly half of my life in China and the other half in the Netherlands. When I first came to the Netherlands as an international student, I was really excited and eager to make friends with Dutch students and students from other countries. But soon I was taken aback by some of the questions people asked me about China. In fact, at times I grew really tired of having to constantly clarify all kinds of misconceptions and stereotypes about China and Chinese people, like having to explain over and over again that ordinary Chinese people don't eat cats. At the same time, living in the Netherlands made me realize that some of the ideas I had about the West were not entirely correct either. As I've lived in both worlds, I couldn't help but wish for more communication and better understanding between the people of China and the rest of the world. Of course, this is easier said than done. There are so many visible and invisible barriers between us. That's what inspired me to think hard about what I, as an overseas Chinese, can do to help build bridges. During the years, I've done as much as I personally could to help promote better mutual understanding. For example, I built a knowledge-sharing website in Chinese for Chinese people living in the Netherlands or planning to move here. On this website, I shared 2 Dutch textbooks that I wrote. Anyone interested in learning Dutch can download these books for free. I also created various video courses for Chinese viewers to learn Dutch. Doing all this has cost me a lot of time. As a lawyer, I could have spent all those hours on billable cases. So why did I spend so much time on creating all these learning materials? Well, that's because I really believe it's very important for Chinese people living in the Netherlands to have a good command of the Dutch language. I wanted to help them integrate into Dutch society and to communicate smoothly with their neighbors, their colleagues and friends. Another initiative I undertook was creating English vlogs about my travel experiences in China and sharing them on my YouTube channel. In these videos, I provide practical tips and information for international viewers and show them what China is really like through my camera. Making these videos takes a lot of time, but I think it's worthwhile. In this way, I hope to help foster better understanding between Chinese people and others around the world. Although I've been doing as much as I can personally, I know my influence as an individual is limited. That's why I'm glad to see many American and other international users joining Rednote and being welcomed by the vast majority of Chinese users on the platform. This is something I've dreamed of but never dared to believe could really happen. That's also why the story of Li Hua's letter touched me so deeply. Having said that, I do realize there are huge uncertainties facing Rednote. Will the US government also ban this app? How will the Chinese authorities respond to such a scale of direct communication that we've never seen before? And even if governments allow it, how long can the overwhelmingly positive interactions between Chinese and international users on Rednote continue? These are all questions that only time can answer. But one thing is for sure, this moment of connection is truly extraordinary. So I hope we all cherish this moment and do our part to keep this unique communication channel open and thriving. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.